Yeah.
Ethan found out that their MCN was took $620,000.
Yeah, I threw my uncle's ashes off a cliff.
Why? You want to see my impression of trans people right now? You want to see my impression? I'm not gonna get canceled. Watch. Welcome back to another episode of the Content Thieves podcast. We finally settled on a name, Greg. This is my co-host, Murdoggin. My name is Capri Sun Poppy. We do these every week. This podcast is focused on content and hanging out on the internet sphere and what's going on in the content world and just news generally. We get to talk about trending news and topics, and Mur is here to put us to sleep while we do that. Mur?
I definitely. I was away all weekend, so I'm kind of missed out. So this is gonna be like almost like an educational episode. Okay, I was away. I went to
Where'd you go?
I went to the mountains.
Why?
Soul searching.
What mountains did you go to soul
in Canada?
search?
Canada is beautiful, beautiful mountains. So I was away all weekend in the mountains, wandering around, becoming one with nature, and now I'm here.
Can you elaborate on what you were doing in the mountains, Mur?
Do you want me to tell you for real?
Yes, it's a podcast. You can say whatever you want.
I threw my uncle's ashes off a cliff.
Is that actually what happened?
Yeah.
Is this what you decided to tell me, dude?
Yeah, I threw my uncle's ashes off a cliff.
Why?
That's what he wanted. I never threw my uncle off the cliff. It was just his ashes.
Was your uncle part of the fucking Lord of the Rings movie? Is that what? Why couldn't he have just wanted an easy burial? He wanted you to go to the top of the Rocky Mountains. I don't know if you said that in the podcast yet. To go to throw his ashes off a cliff?
Yeah, and it was successful. We did it. We did the thing. We made it happen. Yeah, it's good.
You know what would have been a better version of events? Fly over it and chuck it down. Keep
it could have
pushing.
happened, but
oh my god,
it
I didn't know you went to do that.
Yeah.
I like how you're just saying yeah, like it's totally normal. Like, hey, you know,
yeah, people put the ashes tons of places. I don't know, it just happens. But anyways, it was nice and relaxing and therapeutic.
Okay, so there was a lot of drama and news that happened this week in content, and I want to talk about a lot of the things that
let's do it.
Were happening, and it's about to be a crazy podcast. So I just want to start it off with, if you guys are listening, my name is Capri Sun Poppy. Again, this is Murdoggin. We are both Twitch streamers, and we hang out in the sphere. Follow us on all platforms.
Yes.
So here we go. Let's start. Oh, by the way, hey, everyone here who's listening, subscribe. Okay, I need you to subscribe. Okay, let's move on.
Subscribe.
Mur, have you heard about the Ethan Klein drama? Okay, have you heard?
I've heard a little bit, but I'm gonna let you take the reins on this one. You go ahead. Explain.
No, I actually want you to explain.
No, I need you to explain.
Okay. Do you know what an MCM is?
No.
So basically, they're companies that are on YouTube that you sign up with. They're like management companies on YouTube. But back in the day on YouTube, when you first started on YouTube, you would have to sign up with one of these companies in order to essentially in order to monetize. You couldn't monetize back in the day. Like I believe Machinima was one of them. Machinima was like you had to sign up with one of these companies. Then these companies would basically monetize for you because you couldn't make your money. Most of them ended up in scams, like where they would take like 90% of the creator money. They wouldn't pay the creators anything. It was just like horrid, like genuinely for creators. So Ethan Klein signed up with one. I don't know if you know what H3 Productions is. H3. H3. Okay, obviously. So they have one of the Ethan has, I think it was like number 13 podcast in the United States, I believe, which is crazy. So the H3 podcast is, number 13. I think it's 13 in the United States. But basically, They signed up with an MCN, and the MCN was taking their subscriptions. I was going to say Twitch subscriptions, but their YouTube stream. They have members. So on YouTube, when you're streaming to people, you could have, I'm going to show you the clip in a second, but you could have members on YouTube, and they pay you every month just to basically support. You know, they give you like $5 a month. You get like emotes that you could use on their channel and a bunch of other little benefits, but you're basically there to support as a membership. Yeah. Ethan found out that their MCN was took $620,000 from them.
Okay.
And didn't report it. And he found out, and I want to show the clip of it happening. Let's pop over to the desktop real quick, but let me show you this clip. This is like a short of what happened. Ethan talking about it here.
I never thought I'd be the last idiot to get ripped off by an MCN, but here I am. They're called multi-channel networks. They were kind of more like management companies. The deal we had with them is we would get 100% of everything. If they brought us like a sponsorship, then they would get a cut of that. What happened recently is that I got my payment stubs. I noticed it was like significantly off. I asked our accountant to go look back and see if there's discrepancies. And as far as we could tell, they had skimmed $620,000 from specifically the membership money. This is the contract we signed. Google net revenue, of which we got 100%. Now, these guys had the
So this isn't of the money that they're making in ads. This is the member money. So they're taking $620,000 of their membership money. I'm going to keep playing this.
Audacity to come to me and say, well, if you look at this section, it says 70% of other net revenue. And they're like, well, memberships is other net revenue, but it doesn't even count as other. They define Google net revenue here. So on both of these clauses, they're dead wrong.
So basically, it's going to result in, from what I understood, a lawsuit. So his MCN took a shitload of money from them, and it basically will probably end up in a lawsuit, $620,000. I don't know if you know anything more about them, but dude, MCMs are the worst. I got contacted back in the day when Snapchat was doing their thing by an MCM, and they were basically like, hey, we want to license all of your we want to license your content for Snapchat. And this is when Snapchat was doing this thing called Spotlight. And at the time, Snapchat Spotlight was doing this thing where you would just upload these like your clips. And then when you upload your clips, if it goes viral, you could win up to $250,000 per day. So if you're the most watched clip on Snapchat, you can win $250,000 per day. That's how my brother ended up winning $1 million and buying his house, was through Snap. Okay. So they contacted me, this company, and said, hey, basically, you sign up with us, we will post your things to Snapchat every single day, and we'll give you a cut of the profits, right? But when I read through their contract, it was basically like they gave me pennies on the dollar after they took everything. And that's why a lot of people will sign up with these management companies, and these management companies will just sit back and promise you like, oh, we're going to get you linked up with these brands and money and all this stuff. And then they just don't. And then they end up taking the money that you're already making. Does that make sense?
Okay. It makes sense. Makes sense.
So that's what happened with the Snapchat one for me. And it was wild because I contacted them and I was like, yo, let me like have my lawyer look at this. And the minute I said, let me have my lawyer, the Snapchat company, I don't remember what they were. They were very small though. They like lost their minds. They like lost their minds. And I was just like, dude, like, if you guys want me to sign a contract where I could potentially be doing business with you for $250,000, mind you, by the way, I ended up winning Spotlight. Do you know how much money I won?
How much?
Take a guess.
I don't know. Tell me.
Every day they would give away $1 million. And if you were one of the winners, you could win up to $250,000 down the chain. How much do you think I won? I was one of 2,000 people to win Snapchat Spotlight.
So you can win up to $1 million.
You could win $250,000 if you had the most viewed video on Snapchat.
Okay.
I won. I was one of the most viewed videos that day. Do you know how much money I won from Spotlight?
You didn't win the full amount.
No, I'm talking to you on a podcast with nobody watching. I did not win the full amount, Mur.
How much did you win?
I won $600. I didn't know anyone. That's nothing.
That's not bad.
I was getting calls from my friends, and they were like, dude, I won $250,000, and they told me I won, and I was like, my life is about to change. My student loans are paid off. I'm about to buy a fucking another home. I'm going to be fucking rich. This is my life. Everything's going to be different from me. And then I get the bill, and they were like, you won $650.
I mean, it's not $250,000.
It's not even close.
That's like
why would you say it like that?
I mean, I would be happy to win that.
I was posting for like 5 hours a day for weeks.
I don't see that kind of money from content.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. You're being one of those. I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. I was gonna
does
cry.
anybody win $250,000?
Yes, my brother won $250,000 like 3 times. He won $1 million.
So you just had to be better.
No, it's not that I had to be better. It's that I was one of the winners, but I was like the lowest winner they've ever had.
Do they disperse out the $250,000?
No, they have. Okay, every day. This is so fucking confusing. Every day they would give away $1 million. Okay, and then they would divide that by like you were the top video, you get 250,000.
Yeah,
I don't know how their algorithm worked, but for some reason I win. Which the lowest I knew who had won before that was 10 grand.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, dude, I'm walking away with 10 grand no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I get my little alert and I go, how much did I win? $650.
What'd you do with the money?
I bought a fucking Go XLR so I could do.
Okay, I'm rich, motherfucker.
Why are you?
And is that the only money that you won from that?
Yes, it was. That's
Okay.
why. Yeah,
That's not bad. You should be proud of yourself.
okay. Well, would you sign up with an MCN?
No.
Like those. Well, the number one, you're not getting brand deals. Okay, but would you sign up with an MCN? Like, would you think that you should be on an MCN?
No. Why would I be on an MCN? I wouldn't be on a.
You
No.
don't even know what it is. Basically, so I had someone come to me recently and they signed up with one of these agencies.
Okay, someone my size
They do. People our size do sign up with these agencies all the time. That's how they make the bulk of their money, because if they sign like 200 small creators.
Okay. So do they mass sign people up? Like, are they targeting?
They not all of them, but some of them will mass sign people up. It's almost like agents for actors, right? If you sign like up hundreds of actors, you're like a small actor agency, and each one of those actors brings you in like a $10,000 gig, and you take 10%. You're gonna make good money that year. You know what I'm saying? Then there's like MCNs that sign up like just big creators. So I would think like someone like Ethan Klein wouldn't get involved with an MCN. I had no idea that they were even on an MCN. And it sounded like his deal with that MCN was that if you bring me, my brother had an MCN where they would be like, hey, if you just bring me deals, you just take a percentage of those deals, but any deals I get myself. Like if I go to some, like what Ethan probably had was that if I go to, let's say I go to a major, a company comes to me, like KFC comes to me and says, we want to do a brand deal with you. The MCN wouldn't take any money from you because you got the brand deal. But if they generated the brand deal, then the MCN would end up taking money from you. Does that make sense?
So yes, they take
a cut of what they generate. So his deal was probably they take a cut of what they generate, but these guys probably fell on hard times, if I had to guess, and were like, "Oh, we're gonna take this because in the contract it's vague enough, so we're just gonna, take it." That's what he's claiming. I'm not sure what's going on. They could come back and be like, "Yo, that's not our deal. He's a liar. He's BSing."
Yeah,
but he went on a rampage about like them as a company.
Did he say which company it was?
No, I don't know. It was he did say which company it was. He did. It was on the internet, but I don't have it. I could look it up right now. But like who was the MCM that the H3 podcast signed with? Hold on. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to look for it. I don't really think it's relevant to the thing of the case. And we could just kind of like move on from here. But like, it's one of those things I just wanted to talk about because like, there's a lot of people that I know, like smaller creators that will come up to me and be like, yo, like, should I sign with this company? I'm like, dude, if they have like a big fat check waiting for you, but like, I know people that sign with companies and then they wanted to take their deals they already had.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Let's say I had a brand deal and then I signed with this company and then they were like, hey, we actually want a cut of that. It's like, well, you didn't generate that fucking lead. Like, fuck you. You know, like, why are you going to take a cut of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this. I thought it was really, it was just really one of those things that like a lot of people don't know about. And a lot of these companies promise a lot of small creators, people like our size. They're like, yo, we're going to give you the sun, moon, and stars. And then you sign up with them and you get nothing. Like, you just don't get anything, and then they wait for you to go get a deal, and then they take a cut of it. Not all of them are bad. There's good ones out there. Like, obviously, there's good management companies. There's bad management companies. But I've known, dude, so many of my friends sign up, and it doesn't change anything for them. But if you get a good one, they do more than just brand deals with you. They hook you up with creators you probably wouldn't be able to work with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So that's basically where I'm at. So, anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about that. I thought that drama was cool. We can go back and talk about the next thing I want to talk about is kick streaming. You love kick streaming.
Yeah. Well, now I know what an MCN is, and now I'm interested and I want to find one.
They're not going to sign you.
Yeah, they might.
What are you going to tell an MCN to sign you? Hold on. You heard that story right now, and your doo-doo brain goes, I want to sign up with an MCN.
I can't lose. I have nothing to lose. What's the worst that can happen? Even if something horrible happened to me, I think that it would be good, you know? Like,
you just make content out of it?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, the worst thing could happen to me, and then it would just be like, oh, fuck.
They take all your money. You get a brand deal with Pepsi Cola, and the MCN comes in and takes all your money.
I don't think Pepsi's going to sign me.
They want to sign you.
More like a RC Cola or something. You know what RC Cola is?
I know what RC Cola is, but I think you're more off-brand than RC Cola. I think you're more like I don't know, like Snap Cola or something like that.
Dr. Pibb?
You're more like the guy, you're more like the cola company that started in some like millennials. There's a fucking bug. Millennials garage, and he sells it to like his local like brewery. You know?
Yeah. That's nice. It's not bad.
Would you sign with that company?
Pardon?
Would you sign with that company?
What company?
Never mind. I'm gonna move on.
I unplugged my headphones accidentally because I got excited about the MCN.
I tell you the dangers of MCN, and your stupid ass goes, I'm bleeping myself out so we don't get like demonetized when we go to like do the YouTube stuff. But you think that, hey, why am I not part of an MCN?
I didn't know about them. I would have been joining this a long time ago.
I'm telling you that they steal money. You're not going to get signed.
I thought you were saying MCM, and I was Googling MCM, and all that kept coming up was Man Crush Monday. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Everything just kept on coming up Man Crush Monday. And I'm like,
multi-channel network. It's like a bunch of YouTube channels together.
Now I know that they represent different. Okay, according to Google, MCN is a third-party service that provides services to YouTube creators and such. Okay, cool. Now I know.
I'm just curious as to what was on Man Crush Monday.
It's a popular hashtag on TikTok and like Instagram and stuff.
You know, my brother, we were watching the UFC fight, and my brother showed me that there's a adult UFC league where they fight nude.
What?
I don't know how he finds this stuff, but he found an adult UFC like esque league, but they fight nude.
What the fuck?
That's not a bad fetish.
No, it's fine.
You know, you're never telling me that like you get all riled up when you fight me.
No, I guess people have a fetish for everything. People are gonna watch that and do their thing and have fun.
There's people who have had sex with you who have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And I think that's weird.
I was in a relationship.
How many? All right, let's move on to something else.
Okay,
I swear to God, both of us had to go and be with our families today, and we both are so full from food. Number one, because it's Easter. And Easter's a shitty holiday, okay?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's a stupid holiday. I don't know what Easter's about, and I don't understand how it got connected to bunnies and rabbits. And, dude, this bug is going to kill me. Did I kill it? No! Get connected to bunnies and rabbits and stuff. But I don't like it. It's a stupid holiday.
Yeah, it is. It's a religious.
And it's in a bad time. It's in a bad time. Okay, let's move on to the religion of streaming.
Okay, go ahead.
Live streaming, if you know, I know that there's a lot of people listening in who know all about this, but live streaming is in a war. Live streaming is creators that go live and they talk to their audiences directly on video, moment to moment, kind of like TV. And there is two major websites competing right now, which is Twitch and Kick. And we talked about Kick last week. But there is a big drama going on with Kick. Big drama. Do you like drama, Mur?
Love it.
Big drama. Okay, basically Kick, this individual put, "This is not cool" at Kick Streaming. I've had an account in January before you guys were starting to get known, and you guys gave me my username anyway to someone who gave my username away to someone who has more followers. And when I email you, you said it's because I'm inactive when I streamed yesterday and I'm almost an affiliate. And they basically, I think it was Angela 2, and they gave their Angela name away to someone else, I think. So their name, and he has the audacity to say that this got me more rich and famous. Why is it fair that my government name is given to someone else because they are more famous? So basically, Kick is in hot water right now because they're giving away usernames that other people already registered. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think about it? I want to know your thoughts first.
On
Kick giving away usernames. Genuinely want to know your thoughts.
I personally just don't think you should do that. Like, if somebody gets the username first, just let them have it. They're just, but the thing is, they're just trying to get big. If it's a bigger content creator, they're going to want them on their platform because it's going to just be more beneficial towards them on a business standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know. It's like, at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about small streamers, to be honest. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? Not even me, and I am one.
Also, the name is Angelina. I can't read really well. When I read live, I get really nervous. But
that's okay. But yeah, nobody cares about small streamers. It's very dude,
to be honest, Twitch does. They make a bunch of money off of them. They make more money off of the small streamers than they do the big, from my understanding. But I don't know why that metric applies. But I keep learning. I'm gonna keep dropping the Lord and Savior's name in here. His name is Zach Bussey, but he has told me that the larger creators make less money for the content because small streamers, I don't know why, but for some reason, I think that they're just. I mean, if you think about it logically, their sub to viewer count is pretty, like, a lot of times they'll have more subs than, like, viewers, dude. I had more subs at one point when I was small than I did followers, you know?
Yeah,
so,
it's crazy.
Because viewers cost
happens.
money for Twitch to pump it out. But anyways, I want to keep hearing your thoughts because I've got my own opinions on this.
Yeah, they just want bigger people to come to their platform. So if you steal somebody's name or take their name, you're done.
Yeah, so, like.
That's it. It's not like morally correct. Like, it's just like you probably shouldn't do that, but it's gonna happen.
So here's what happened to me. My name spelling is extremely unique. It is like nobody spells Capri Sun SUNN with 2 N's. Nobody does.
Yes.
I'm the only one who spells it. So when I went to go sign up for Kick, someone parked my username because they just want to profit off my username and then park it and then sell it back to me. So I went to go stream, and they took my name. And like I besides like Kick doing all this like crazy bad stuff, I'm like, hey, like it's really messed up that someone just stole my username that's across every platform, parked it, And they did it to you, right? Didn't they park your username too?
No, I got mine. Nobody
got
wants
yours?
to see me.
Okay, well, okay, I'm partnered with Twitch, so I have the verification badge, right? So the fact of the matter is they stole my username. So what someone is probably doing is going through all the verified streamers and they're just stealing their names to see if they could sell it back to you.
Yeah, basically.
Which is screwed up. I mean, like, that's the one thing that I understand. So it could have been that this person was, they're like, oh, they're just bigger and more followers, and that's why. It's always like this war against small and big creators. But like, if I had a username and then you took it, and I don't know in this situation, it could be that they just took the name. They're like, hey, I want this name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that this comment actually says it all. It says, if this girl has Angelina on all platforms, then yes, understandable. But if it's just because she has an OG Angelina on Twitch, just Twitch, not other platforms, how far is that going based off of one social media? So they're saying, oh, just because it's Twitch. But it's hard because like I want my damn username. So if you are verified on a platform with that, I get it. Like I get what this person's saying. It's a good argument too. It's also like, hey, if you have it on all platforms, I'm not like this. I get this is a good argument. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's a hard one. I think it's a hard line for them to draw because they have to either decide whether they're gonna tell like big creators like, hey, don't get your name on this platform.
Okay.
Or
yeah, I'd be like, yeah.
Or they're gonna say, yeah, start all over, you know, and it's hard. Like if you build a brand, like if they're trying to get people over, it's gonna be hard to be like, I don't want to build another Capri Sun Poppy, and you know, mine is so stupid. It's Capri Sun Poppy TV on Kick.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal.
I don't like the way you said that.
I mean, it sucks. It's sad. I'm looking at the username right now, and it looks sad.
And my username does not look sad. Don't
It
look
looks
at
sad
it.
on Kick. I have Murdog in easy.
Who the hell took my name?
I don't know.
Do you think they're mad at me because my profile picture is Aidan Ross?
Most likely.
Capri Sun Poppy. See, someone parked it.
They have 4 followers. Nice. Well,
I just followed them so they know I'm coming for them.
you know what I tried to do? I wanted to shorten my name to Mur, so I thought it would be a smart idea to send a bunch of whispers to the person whose name is Mur on Twitch, and then they blocked me.
What were the whispers saying?
Hey, my first one was, hey, would you ever consider changing your name? And then I just kept going, and I just sent them, hey, like every so often I just check in with them until they blocked me. It wasn't like harassing them or like, well, it kind of was, but I wasn't doing it like, I'm like, hey, just checking in like to see if this is okay. And they just didn't, and they blocked me.
Well, they wanted to keep the username Mur. I mean, isn't your nickname Murdoggin though?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's fine. Murdoggin works.
Yeah, that was the kick. That was the kick news. The biggest thing that happened to me this week that I was like paying attention to was the Chris coming out, taking HRT. If you don't know who Chris is a Mr. Beast staple. Was one of the people who started the Mr. Beast channel with Mr. Beast. I think they started it. I thought Mr. Beast had it before Chris, but I don't know. It's like
I don't know the exact timeline of it.
So Chris basically, apparently someone took a screenshot of Chris before, and then Chris in the newest Mr. Beast video. Dude, that video was amazing. I watched it like 5 times, by the way. I watched this Mr. Beast video like 5 times. It's the one where basically they go on like a bunch of cheap and expensive airplanes. And someone goes, bro, what the fuck happened? And it's like Chris before and Chris now. And then Chris responds, HRT, and it's only been 2 months. Okay, so basically coming out as, on some hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
The amount of hate that Chris got after that was insane. They don't say what they identify as. I don't know. I think it's just any pronouns right now.
Yeah.
But it was so bad that the hate was so bad that even Keemstar came out and said, Chris from Mr. Beast becoming trans has gotten more hate than I've ever seen online in a very long time. Millions of views just hating. People online have to stop this harassment, especially the comments about his wife and child. You're not Chris. The decision is only Chris's to make. Do better. Basically, people were like, there goes a father for a child. There goes a husband. I don't know if you saw that, dude. It was wild.
It was fucking horrible.
It was
It was fucking insane.
Dude, it was like, this is the one I wanted to talk about personally. It says the amount of young kids that this will have an impact on. Like, basically saying that like kids are going to be like trans or ruined because of this. And I think that this is a good time to tell my story. Are you ready for this, Mur? I don't think I've ever told you this. I think I've talked about it on stream.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was a kid, I wasn't poor. So I had access to high quality HBO. You wouldn't know that, Greg, because you're poor. Okay? I became poor during the recession. So what ended up happening is that I would watch a whole bunch of softcore pornography stuff. Okay?
Okay.
Just wait. But during that, there was different stuff that they would air. And I, at a very young age, watched a documentary about an individual who was transitioning. An entire documentary about someone who felt like a man in a woman's body. And I watched this documentary. I think I was like 10. Okay, young, super young, like very young, like 9, 10, whatever.
Yep.
And I watched the whole documentary about someone transitioning. They had like a wife, they were in a church, all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Big documentary about someone transitioning. And then I was like, all I could think as a kid was, this is the most insane medical marvel I've ever heard of. This is awesome. Like, someone is born in the wrong gender. That blows my mind medically. How does that work? Right?
Yes.
And then I went about my f***ing day. And I never thought of it again. Until it became a political topic. And then I hear about this all the time and they go, what will the kids do when they grow up if they learn about these trans... Sorry, I didn't mean to bleep trans. About these trans people at a young age. It's going to mess with their brains. I learned about them at a young age. And I identify as a cis straight male. And it never changed me. So I'm one of those people that was one of these kids that it will have an impact on. Did you know that? I mean, I learned about that. You never learned that about me? Dude, I was thinking about it recently. I was like, I was those kids who got educated extremely young on trans people. And I was around gay people my whole life too. So like as a kid too. I never thought in my head that's me, or I could be this, or I'm going to be cool. And I think that people think that. And I think it's insecurity from those people. Like those people have their own insecurities.
I mean, like, I think that's always been like a thing, is like, what about the children?
It's always, what about the children? Because
it's everything. That's been an argument for fucking like so long.
These same motherfuckers are the ones who want to take Counter-Strike away from people and Grand Theft Auto. I want my GTA 6. If you take that shit away from me, 3 tax CF, you piece of shit, I will be upset.
Yeah, the what about the kids argument has been an argument for fucking ever about every single thing. Everything.
It's always what about the kids.
Yeah, it's always.
And I was one. I'm telling you, I think I'm telling this story because like I'm kind of memeing it, but like I was one of those kids who learned about trans people at a very young age, and it doesn't affect me. It didn't change my mind. It never even passed through my mind that what if I was trans? I just didn't think that because I knew that I was not. And I think that like that's the thing about these people is that like Chris probably felt this way for a long time.
Yes, it was probably a long period of time.
And thought about this for a long time.
Yes.
You know? And the fact of the matter is, they finally got to be themselves, and it was so much harassment that even Killer Keemstar was like, yo, this is too far. It's an adult doing adult shit. Like, why?
Oh, yeah, it's just, people, it's also, it was fucking crazy.
My biggest thing about it, too, is that what I thought was a really cool W is that it's someone with a massive platform who's not like who's the person who ran everyone over with their car? The Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. I'm fucking dead naming. I'm so sorry. Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, like it's someone who's. I think they said they're. I don't know what they identify as. I don't think they had said it. But this brings me to the greatest people of all time. We have I don't know where I put this, but it was Aidan Ross, Sneeko, and Jidion talking about Chris and just making fun of Chris.
So also this was at
It's at a UFC fight.
This is at the UFC fight,
where
right?
Men fight.
I saw Aidan Ross in person.
Is he tiny?
Bro. You know, like...
Did you see what happened to Alex? Did you see what happened to... I don't know if they're... Did you see what happened to our friend Alex with Aidan Ross?
Yeah, I watched the Aidan Ross clip, and Aidan Ross just went on her. Listen, I saw Aidan Ross at TwitchCon, walking on like the floor.
Is he tiny?
Yeah, he's like small and lean, you know? Like he's like he's like a human. He's like a lowercase c.
If you're saying he's small, he's small.
He's small. He's a lowercase c. I don't.
Is that what you call like beta males now? Lowercase c?
No, his body's very curved.
Like what? Like
like
on
he's
a fucking
just
computer
curved.
all day. That's why. I'm curved too. But I'm big and curved.
He's curved.
I'm more like a capital F.
Yeah, he's curved. He's not in a good way either. But anyways, what was the thing?
I want to show what they were saying, and then I did want to talk about the Alex thing too, because that shit was crazy. Because it was one of our friends, like someone we've hung out, someone we've hung out with. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's show this clip. I'm gonna show you this is Jidion, Aidan Ross, and what was the other one's name at UFC?
At last night's
Sneeko.
UFC event
Sneeko.
about Chris Tyson's huge transformation.
I found this YouTube.
Chris is still Chris, though. You agree? Chris is still Chris.
Aidan Ross is saying Chris is still Chris. Hold on.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I mean, that could be.
But it's memeing it though, dude. He's not saying it legitimately. That's like me saying like, "Hey man, Chris is still Chris."
Yeah, it's not coming from a good place. It's not coming
Chris is
from
still
a good
Chris.
place. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not coming from a good place.
Christina, you bigots. He didn't even change his name yet. He hasn't even identified as a gender yet. Hey. Yo, how many genders are there right now? Me and Aiden, we already know. No, you live? We have 2 genders right now. Who's in the chat?
I love making like Sneeko. First off, he watched his girlfriend get fucked by somebody. Like, why that's so embarrassing. Did you see those memes where it shows like, like when you go to a hotel room and there's just that chair in the corner and they call it like the cuck chair?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
You don't know that?
No.
Like the motels where like you go and like people like go in there to like have affairs and stuff like that, or it's just like, I'll pay you $50 to fuck my wife.
I never understood what motels were for until like recently. I just thought
motels are for affairs and for some guy to give you $50 to fuck his wife.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but did you know that Sneeko watched some guy bang his girlfriend?
No, I knew that.
That's funny. But they call the chair the Sneeko chair, not the cuck chair anymore. And it was funny. I just see all these memes. But anyways, the guy's a pure fucking idiot. Like he's so fucking dumb, dude. I could go on and like just.
I feel like it's a lot of just like it's just like kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like trying to be. They're like trying to be cool. Like, hey, yeah, Chris is still Chris. Hey, yo, fuck Chris. And it's like, dude, it's so.
There's only 2 genders. And put a 2 in the chat.
Put it 2 in the chat. There's 2 genders. There's 2 genders. It's like, dude, it's so insane to me. I'm telling you, I was that fucking kid. I don't care.
Oh, I don't get how their minds work. Where they it's like they obsess about it. It's just like they internalize it and just.
I think that, yeah, dude, it's so insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It blows my mind that it's like every day we're still talking about this same stupid issue.
Yeah, they're not doing like it's just. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's all trans people. I swear to God, dude, trans people are tired. You want to see my impression of trans people right now? You want to see my impression? I'm not gonna get canceled. Watch. Tired.
Yeah, it's like a circle topic that just keeps on going on and on and on and on.
I'm sorry, I'm trans. I'm tired. It's tiring.
It is.
You know what? You know why I get so upset about it? Because my ass was an Arab right after 9/11. So I was in the fucking classroom when 9/11 happened, when I was a baby, and everyone in the classroom did this. That you? And I look and I'm like, I mean, no. You know, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing is like, and then I got all that harassment and I was that minority group for so long. And I feel like Arabs have come out from that now. Like a lot of people are cool with Arabs. Like Arabs are now like being like, now we're like the model minority. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not fun. You know, it's not like it was. But the thing about it is like during that time, dude, it was wild. And the fact is I see that happen to me.
Yeah.
And then I don't want that to happen to any other group because it's disgusting. And the fact is, I don't want to hear this shit because, you know, these guys are like 10 years ago, this same mentality was happening with me. You know, like, hey, aren't you a terrorist? Hey, aren't you like, oh, yeah, like you guys are weird. Don't you herd goats and camels? I'm like, no, dude, there's no camels in Beirut. There's just dope ass nightclubs and a lot of bigotry. You know?
Yeah. I'll go.
I'm not. Do you want to go?
I would go.
You want to go to Beirut?
I think I would like fit in well and make a lot of friends. I'm international.
Didn't say I'm international. What the fuck does that mean?
It's just that I had like I'm cool with all the cultures, everybody.
No, that
like,
sounds offensive, motherfucker.
No,
that
it's not. It's like I don't
you can't. What do you? I'm not racist. I'm international.
No, it's just that I'm cool with everybody. Everybody, I'm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Say Habibi right now.
Habibi. See?
Yeah, you're right. You are international. You're right. You're very
international.
International.
I've fans for different places.
You have fans from different places?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, this is to be honest, we're gonna get canceled worse than these guys.
No.
I'm international. My name is Murdoch, and you can't figure out.
Look at Austin Powers, international man of mystery.
That guy.
It means that it's a welcoming aspect. It's just like you're
welcoming what?
Welcoming different cultures into your life. And
okay. Name a different culture you've welcomed into your life recently.
Filipino.
Why? How?
I have a lot of Filipino friends.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go down that line of logic.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
That's the I'm not racist. I've hung out with. Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm like out of my friend group that I have here.
No, not as a white person. I'm gonna listen to this bullshit again. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of hearing white people say I hang out with everyone. I'm tired. I'm as tired of trans people when they hear Aidan Ross's bitch ass mouth open. Okay, I'm tired of fucking white people going, I've got all kinds of friends. I bet you do. The test is, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like I got it so bad that like, I think I just like meme it so much. I think a lot of people like think that like I'm a piece of shit because I like to make these jokes, but like that's just how I deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like on a real note, like I think it's funny I hate that you keep disappearing. You need to get a fucking green screen, dude. You look like you look like me and you are fucking. You're like Whoopi Goldberg and I'm Patrick Swayze from Ghost, and we're gonna play that fucking song.
I keep on going to the water.
Anyways, so like the way I deal with these things, the way I deal with bigotry and hate is to talk shit. Like I think it's funny. Stop. Get out of the fucking water.
It looks like I dove in the water.
Fucking white ass, dude. I swear to God. Oh my God, dude. But anyways, the way I deal with these things is to meme and joke and make jokes about it because it's crazy. I mean, like I don't get it as bad as I used to, but dude, you saw it in real life. It happened to me. You saw someone call me a fucking.
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, like,
it was like mind-boggling for you. You were like, what the fuck?
And again, like personally, on a personal note, no, it's never gonna happen to me. I'm a white male in this world. That will never happen to me, and I could never fucking I could view it and hear it and see it, but personally, I could never, feel it. And nobody could say anything to make me feel, anyway.
Well, it's the same thing with like being trans, right? I'm never gonna experience that. I can understand a tenth of what they're going through by being a minority group. I could relate to that, but I don't understand what it's like to wake up in the morning and not feel like I'm in the skin or the gender that I thought I was in. I just don't understand that.
No, exactly.
And I can relate in the sense of how they relate to society.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how they feel, And I think that it's bullshit for people to be like, oh, you're stupid, you're this, you're that. Bro, what if it was so, and that's the thing is like Chris basically was saying on those tweets was like, it's life-saving. It's the treatment that Chris is getting is life-saving. I will never understand that. If I miss hummus for a week, it's not life-saving.
That's fucking don't relate that. See?
No.
You're fucking saying like, oh, don't say that.
No. I'm saying like I'm joking, but
that's how we get canceled.
No, but I'm saying for as a seriousness, I don't understand that. And that's okay.
We'll never understand.
No, and that's the thing is like that's why when people have an opinion on that and saying don't do that, it's like you're not in that person's skin. You don't understand.
But I think you just have to like trust the person, right? Like you have to trust the person. If the person says, "Hey, this saved my life," then just be like, "That I'm happy for you." Like,
dude, you know what saved my life that a lot of people don't like?
What?
Vapes. I quit smoking because of vapes. I smoked for 10 years. I smoked hookah every day for 8 hours a day for 10 years. And people hate vapes. And vaping is what got me off hookah. Are you making fun of me because I was addicted to hookah? Are you going to make fun of me right now?
Hey, you can't be addicted. I smoke cigarettes like a...
No.
You can't be addicted to hookah,
you
can
can't.
you?
Yeah, I mean...
Is there nicotine in hookah?
Yes, there is. Yes, there's nicotine.
I thought it was... I don't know what's hookah.
No, it's because like anytime you hang out with an Arab, they're like, Habibi, it's natural. It's from the earth. There's nothing wrong with hookah. It is made from clean grass and energy. And they put the hookah inside you, and then the ghosts, a bad ghost will come out of your penis, and it will cleanse the earth. And literally, it's just giving you cancer. It's just smoking tobacco in a different way.
I personally like smoking hookah.
I do too, but I was addicted to hookah.
Okay, let's move on.
Is this where you draw the line? Is this where you're like, hey, man? No, I was smoking so much. I'll be honest with you. I was smoking so much.
Did you have one in your car?
I did.
You had a car hookah?
I did have a car hookah. Yeah, I have driven
like a little mini
I
hookah?
have driven around with a mini hookah and smoked it. I have.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was smoking so much that like I couldn't go a day without smoking.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I would start smoking around 6 and end about 3 o'clock in the morning every day. 2 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I got to like older age, I'm not gonna date myself here, but when I got to an older age, because TikTok,
Yep.
I woke up and I couldn't breathe. I was like, and my uncle had a collapsed lung from it. So it was very. I know 2 people who lungs collapsed, and it was like a hookah thing because they were smoking so many hours a day. You know?
That's fucking crazy.
I don't know, man. It didn't make me feel good. I don't know. I get it. Okay, yeah. Maybe being addicted to hookah is bitch made. I'll take that. I was addicted to hookah. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't addicted to hardcore drugs. Okay, Mur. Eat shit.
What is that saying? I used to smoke cigarettes like a fucking cool dude. I used to hang out there and smoke a cig.
Do you smoke like Marlboros?
No, that's American cigarettes.
What do you guys have in Canada?
Canadian Classic.
Do you have a cigarette called Canadian Classic?
Yeah, I used to smoke them in high school.
What
and
is
then
it
a little
like?
bit after high school, I got into them, but then I quit. I wasn't like full on addicted to smoking cigarettes, but I think I just did it to kind of fit in with everybody.
I mean, I smoked hookah because all my friends smoked hookah, and it was like a social thing.
Yeah.
But then I started smoking by myself.
Yeah, that's when it gets.
Do you know when I knew it was really bad? I went to the doctor and they said you have a high level of red blood cells. And I said, why? This is why it's a serious thing, Mur. It was a condition. And I go, why? They're like, it could be pollution or you're a smoker. So I had a high level, like a abnormally high level of red blood cells. Or they said you live at altitude because your body's not getting enough oxygen is what they were saying.
Okay.
I don't like the way you're not accepting that I had a hookah problem.
I agree. It's not a good thing.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing. We've got a bunch of like little things. I think that we talked about all of these.
Yep.
I kind of want to I want to talk about something more local.
Okay, let's get into this. Let's hit the local news. I like the local news. You know?
Well, I wanted to talk about the hover shit.
Okay.
I want to talk about that.
Should we explain what hover is? I think this would be a good ending piece because you know what? Hover is how we met.
Yeah, it is a good ending piece. We could talk about the hover thing. Let's talk about the hover thing and we'll end it. We'll end it on hover because we have to do a short one because it is a holiday. So hover is a platform was a platform that you would just share your Twitch clips on, and basically there was a lot of drama and stuff around it because there was a follow for follow aspect of the platform, but then they got rid of that. But it was just basically like a TikTok competitor that you share your Twitch clips on. It was basically what they were trying to do is fill the void that Twitch didn't have a discoverable clips, and they filled the void with this app, this third-party company. 2 or 3 people made the company. I made a whole series on it. It's horrible. Don't watch it. It's on YouTube. People still hate me about it because the series on YouTube, it didn't end the way I wanted it. Because I had the stupid fucking... Basically, I don't want to talk. Mur, can you explain it better?
You want me to explain what hover is?
Yeah, explain it, and then explain what happened with the series.
What happened with your series?
Just explain something. Do something in this podcast.
I'm listening to you. Hover, okay, is a platform. You explained it very well.
Okay, so basically with Hover, it's a TikTok competitor for gamers.
Yeah, you just put... I got it, okay? Don't worry.
So they went out of business. They closed down. I made a whole series, and because of the series I made, genuinely because of the series, I know I hadn't said this publicly, but because of the series coming out, they shut down everything. I don't know if you know that. You know that.
Yes.
You do know that. I have told you that. So that is true. Now, but they were already shutting down before that. But they cleaned house.
Yeah, they were.
Cleaned up.
Yeah. So they just everything was gone.
It's a YouTube series. You can go look at it at CapriSunPoppy at youtube.com or whatever the fuck. So they closed down their Twitter. They closed down their Twitter, their Discord. They still have their Twitch, which you should buy the Hover Twitch.
I can get partner?
So you can get partner, yeah, and just change it to Mur. But they closed everything. And then on like Monday or Tuesday or something, everything is closed, mind you. No one is talking. Hover is dead. It's not getting revived. It's gone. I get followed by this account. Hover with the exact name called Share on Hover. And they followed, if you look at who they're following.
They follow Dream. Oh, they follow Sear.
But I think they followed me first. Or I was like one of their first followers or something like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't know. I think they followed me first or something. Is this it?
They follow Dream.
They followed Dream. They followed Zach Bussey. They followed Point Crow. They followed Wolf and Scribby. I don't know who this is. Hamall Kid. Austin Show. BB Jess. Kramer. Sweet Anita. Trainwrecks. Like, I don't really understand who made this account. Whatever. So,
yeah.
Because I'm such a troll, everyone instantly thought it was me. Like, it was like, oh, you made the Hover videos, you made the series, let it die. You're just trying to take clout from Hover. And it's a dead platform and you're just trying to get clout from it.
Yeah.
Which is like fair criticism. Like, I am definitely trying to get clout, but everyone on the internet is trying to get clout.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't me at all. I don't even know who did it. And I know that they followed all of my friends probably purposefully to make it look like, or they're a fan of ours, or they're, you know, it could just be like a friend of ours that's doing it low key.
I wonder who did it though. It's funny.
The first thing happens is that we wake up in our stream team Discord. Everyone is blaming each other, like the fucking Spider-Man meme.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone is blaming each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's blaming me instantly. And I'm like, no, I didn't do it. And the old COO is like, it's the owners because they own the handle and no one else could have that handle. So they're rezzing Hover for some reason, which freaked me out. So I tweeted like, oh, am I making a part 3? Like, I'll take the fucking free cloud if they want to res Hover, you know?
Yeah.
And I am like, everyone's just blaming each other on this. And if you don't know what this is, you could skip this part of the podcast or whatever. But it was wild, man. It really freaked me out. But it turns out I got informed. I'm not gonna say by who, because but basically that this is, that whoever's doing this is gonna get sued. I got told like, hey, you're gonna get sued, or whoever's gonna do this is gonna get sued.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not me. And they're like, are you sure it's not you? I'm like, dude, it's really not me. And they're like, well, whoever it is, they're going to go down. I'm like, dude, it's not me. But they just tweeted like eyes, because that was the last thing that Hover tweeted.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of knew.
Somebody.
It's just someone. But anyways, I got a lot of criticism like, oh, this is you're doing it again. I'm like, dude, like, okay, like if I did it, like who cares? Number one, if I did it, why do you care? Like, I'm taking, like why is it so upsetting? Because, oh, it's such a bad platform. Okay, it's gone. Like we're making jokes. Like who cares? But it's not me, because I knew that like I've already been told to not, like I couldn't drop releases on that, because my last video ended where I was told like, hey, we can't talk about any of this stuff. So I was like not touching Hover. I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I did like an interview where I was talking about it. Like, dude, if they were like, why didn't you just spill the beans and say what happened? I was like, are you going to pay my legal fees when I get sued? Like, are you going to come and, pay all this shit if I get sued because I release stuff? Are you going to do that? Are you going to come and step in and save me? Do you guys want to do a GoFundMe for Capri's legal fees for me to tell you mundane shit? Yeah. So it sucked because I was like, dude, I can't. Like, I got stopped. And then when this happened, everyone's like, oh, here it is again. Like, everyone was just blaming me.
Yeah. The quote tweets are like, I think people actually think Hover's coming back, though.
Do they really? That's actually really funny.
Quote tweets are full of them.
Someone basically... So what ended up happening, what I think, is that someone got the name. I don't know. Because what if the owners are lying, or, like, what if someone's saying that it's not real, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like someone put, like, maybe coming back to create more false promises, false hope. Please quit acting like if they actually came back, you would all be over it once again. Daddy coming back with milk and smokes,
That one's funny.
This is so funny. Dad coming back with milk and smokes, never knew the milk was in Australia. Holy shit.
It's so funny.
Dude, it's really funny.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious.
But yeah, so I don't know. A lot of people are like, block it. I'm like, it's, you know, like everyone's like, dude, this is stupid. You should block it. You should do this. You should do. I'm like, dude, why is everyone like, someone? So what ended up happening is that they lost the name and someone took the name.
Yeah,
which is not.
that's it. I mean, shit happens.
I don't know. It's just funny because like I feel bad because I'm like, I don't know what else to say. Like I know that like people like, because of that series and all that stuff. I don't know. I think why people are really upset with it is that like they just never told anyone why it stopped.
Yeah, people are just upset about it.
Well, that's why they're upset. If they would have just said that this is stopping and not just ghosted and left, I think people would be like a lot less upset.
Most likely.
And it does suck that that's like the one thing that everyone's looking for. And I really wish one day, and this is for if you guys are watching, however, just tell people what happened. You know? But I don't think
say goodbye.
just say goodbye.
Say goodbye, however. That's how we met, remember?
Yeah, that's how we met.
What was that?
I'm not going to get... We were on a competition together in Hover, and that's how we met. It's like how I met like the entirety of my...
And I was a bigger streamer than you.
You were a bigger streamer than me, yes.
You were in awe.
I wasn't in awe. I was excited that you were in my chat, yes.
He said, oh my God, this is... Okay, but anyways... It's a funny fucking thing. You just have to take this with a grain of salt.
Just take it with a grain of salt and just have fun.
Somebody just took the name and just is having some fun with it and just fucking around. That's it.
I just hope that they don't get in trouble. Like that's what I'm worried about. I don't know. I'm just saying that I you know, if it came to me, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, it's funny.
So that is it. That was the podcast for the day. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
We'll be back next week. We're going to be back every single Monday. I'm having fun with these podcasts, dude.
Same with you. This is our second episode.
Yeah, I genuinely think we're just going to get better and better at it. I think that our background looks better. I think our set looks better. I think that we have cuts now. I think that we just need to fix the green screen stuff. But, dude, I'm having a good time.
I ordered a green screen, so I won't be in the water anymore.
Yeah, I think I like you in the water. I think we should just put you more in the water.
Should be, yeah.
All right, so this is the conclusion of the podcast. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like. I don't know what you're listening to this on, but I appreciate you. Murr, thanks so much. Yeah, dude. I will be back next week, and then Murr's finally going to admit that he was the Hover starter guy.
It was me.
Little Greg.
It was Greg.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Bye.